Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell you because it's insane.
Hang on, new room.
There's
fine. Just
There's a puzzle somewhere you have already interacted with and would not go back to if I wouldn't tell you. You can interact with the bookshelf in your bedroom, and there's a puzzle there.
what?
Yeah. Try going into first-person mode.
Uh. Okay.
Look at the green book. The one in like the sort of the middle of that. There's nothing you can do. You can't interact with that.
Not
That's very weird.
unless.
I'll read you the text as it appears. Go up the staircase on your left, at the top of the stairs, and take a left down the hall and enter the first door on your left. It should be your room. Pick up the flashlight on the bed. You will be able to examine one of the bookcases to reveal a puzzle. Oh, maybe you have to have your flashlight on? I was already on. You will be able...
Is this guide bad?
Maybe it's just a bad guide.
Let's find a new guide. Take a quick break. Quick break.
Okay. Finding the flashlight. No one seems to be home, so why not explore the place? In the second floor children's bedroom.
That's not true. Your mom's home.
Take the flashlight on the bunk beds. Before leaving the children's room, check the bookshelf near the bug collection. This bookshelf has a puzzle that consists of moving aside sets of books.
What? Like, is this like a game-breaking bug? You want to look up... Oh god, what if it's like a bug associated with playing this game on Xbox One or something?
Silent Hill Homecoming.
Because we're definitely the only people that have played this game on Xbox One, so... Silent Hill Homecoming bookshelf glitch. Fuck
okay,
you.
so if I Google Silent Hill Homecoming book, it says Silent Hill Homecoming book, Silent Hill Homecoming bookshelf, Silent Hill Homecoming bookshelf bug, Silent Hill Homecoming bookshelf glitch.
Fuck. Well, the good part is this will be totally trivial to like redo in a new file, like off camera, but it does seem to be the end of our time with the game for now.
Okay, so it seems like it's not game breaking because it might just be a map to get the map of the house.
Bullshit.
Bookshelf not working. It's a known PC port bug.
Which it might maybe like somehow emulating or whatever is happening to make this game run on Xbox One does the same thing. Or maybe it's a known PC port glitch and it's also an unknown original 360 version glitch.
All right, so I guess let's go back to the guide, skip over this thing. We don't need this map.
Citation needed. We've also been playing this for almost 90 minutes.
Okay.
Every time I walk in here, I'm sure that she has become like a desiccated corpse, and then I look and go, nope,
she's just still sitting there.
It's just still there.
There is like a weird like glittery thing.
It's just film grain plus light bloom.
Got it.
This can't be these are definitely idle animations, but both her and the judge have like the most static idle animations ever. Like it must be intentional.
Yeah.
Oh, because time is standing still. right?
True, but we saw the judge outside of the courthouse.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, the town. You
But
have me doing it.
maybe-
The town hall.
Maybe it's. I mean, maybe it's not literally that they can't move because obviously we're talking to them and they are
Yeah.
moving. But maybe it's just like it's supposed to give you a vibe that everything's standing still.
I think I know where to go.
Where
Rose Quartz Cemetery. Rose Quartz? Rose something
we
Cemetery?
can't get there.
What's that?
We can't get there.
I think that you should be able to get there now. Let's look at the map. It says follow the short road. When you go, it says after leaving the house backyard. I think there's a door in the backyard we can go through.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's in mid leap, but it looks like it's flying. And I hope those things don't start flying. Yeah. All right, guide is closed. No more guide.
No more guide. Oh, what?
Is that not the door?
Well, no, but the bag was hanging on the door before, and now it's not, and we can open it.
That's weird.
What? What?
I don't know. No trespassing. Violators may be subjected to prosecution. Don't go in there.
Maybe subjected to prosecution. What?
You're
No!
I'm being subjected to prosecution. Please don't subject me to this. Where's this? Is this the cemetery? Or did we go the opposite way? Or I guess it looks like a cemetery, so.
How much you want to bet
There's paper to your left.
one of the crosses on top of these things is that key?
I got.
Oh, oh, oh.
I just said you got the map.
Got map.
So this is like our first level, like our first real level.
Really?
I mean, I'm looking at the map and being like, this
Yeah,
is a
it sure
big.
seems like it. Erica Hall died January 23rd, 1870.
Sleep on, sweet mother and wife, and take thy rest. God called thee home, he thought it best.
Wow.
Damn.
And yeah, nothing puts a cap on a life well lived like a few slant rhymes.
Oliver Hall died November 6th, 1875, at the age of 62. We laughed at him because he was different. He laughed at us because we were all the same.
Wow, so deep.
We will never laugh
Whoa.
the same again.
Holy
Oh,
shit,
shit.
this just shot straight up to #1 Silent Hill.
I mean, this is 1875. He was way ahead of his time. He was way ahead of his time deep, like Instagram meme deep.
Okay, just wanted to double check. It was not a slant rhyme. It was a it was a
rhyme.
regular rhyme. It just worked better for the
Here
joke.
is where Bruce Norwood lies. Nobody laughs, nobody cries. Where he goes, how he fares, nobody knows, nobody cares.
What the fuck?
Colin B. died January 20th, 1876, before his time at 32 years of age. All who knew him have agreed he was a good man.
Damn.
We asked everyone in town.
I feel like shit. Just want him back.
Roxy N. Rigby, November 24th, 1820 through January 16th, 1862. Love is eternal and can never be leashed. That's a dog's grave. Ped Davenport, 1825 to 1884. We won't be able to ask you anything now.
What? Oh.
Cutscene.
It's
very fun.
It's Dompe, the gravekeeper digger.
Did you hear what he said?
No.
He goes, "What's that guy doing?"
Why? Oh. Why is that guy digging up grave? Why would you assume? Why would you see someone digging in a cemetery assume they're digging up a grave? Like, I mean, this game is saying it, so it must be true, but, like, why would you assume that?
I'm feeling monster. It's the monsters attack.
No, monsters wouldn't attack me down here. It's too normal looking.
Seems like monster. Seems like your dog.
That's what a noob would think. But I've played every Silent Hill game so far, except for that one that I didn't play, so I think I know what I'm talking
Is that
about.
Silent Hill? What was it? Series X?
Origins.
Origin.
Easy.
Hey, where's the dog? Is this a boss dog?
No. You keep saying that every time we encounter an enemy. We just encounter one at a time. Ooh, boy.
Well, the dog is just like so much more detailed, it looks like, than most of the other enemies.
Jesus!
Damn.
Oh, bullshit! In Silent Hill 1, I could hit them out of the air.
I think you
It's
might still
garbage.
be able to. Eddie's Legacy.
Eddie's Legacy? Why is that Eddie's Legacy?
Defeat one feral.
Why is that Eddie's Legacy?
Who is it? Eddie? Eddie was the guy that ate pizza.
Yeah, he was the pizza eater in Silent Hill 2 who taught us that killing a person ain't no big deal. You just put the gun to their head.
That guy was. That guy. That was.
That, I mean, like, it's moments like that why I rank Silent Hill 2 number 2. Like, that is a sick moment where we're just like
This guy who had seemed mostly
like a worthless,
normal,
harmless idiot, and
Yeah.
suddenly it's like, whoa.
No, he's a serial killer.
This fountain is hereby dedicated to the memory of Charlotte Borden by her loving parents, taken suddenly from a life yet fulfilled. What? A life yet fulfilled, right. The born, the rest is legible. Age 8.
That's not an editorialization, that's what it says. Born, the rest is illegible.
Inseparable yet divided, two halves of the same person in two places, now forever apart.
So I guess we have to
Yeah, we definitely have to
I'm
desecrate
taking
this.
this thing looks sick. Yeah. This half of a tree medallion is very cool.
Why is that guy digging up graves? Anyways, I'm just gonna take this medallion off this other grave.
Yeah. Alex has become the grave robber.
Wow, that is a lot of health I get from those.
Yeah, maybe you won't get an ampule, or maybe you'll need the ampules when the serums, when you start getting like a couple serums. Where's your map? How's your map looking?
How is my map looking? I guess I'm going back.
This is still better than average by Silent Hill standards.
Yes, it is.
It is. Bizarre twist.
Right? Like, because I knew, like, that was why I needed to play this game so soon. I was just like, I need to know what this game is. It can't be worse than 4. It just can't.
Yeah, we said it. If you saw the Silent Hill 4 Let's Play, you would know. Silent Hill 4 is, I think, Silent Hill 4 is the worst game that I've ever played.
To completion.
Easily. I can't think of a worse game I've ever even tried.
No.
What could be worse? Can you think of anything that's worse?
Drake of the 99 Dragons.
I don't know. I haven't played that.
Well, I know, but what game is worse?
What game is worse?
Well,
I mean,
it's not Sonic 06 because we established I'd rather play that game 4 times than
And I
play
think I said 5
Silent Hill 4 a
times.
second time.
yeah. Because Sonic 06 has some sort of magic
What?
to it. It has some sort of intangible something that makes it fun, even though it's
Right.
terrible. And not fun because it's even that it's good. It's like it just has it has a je ne sais quoi.
It does. So that's a good brain teaser to chew on. What game have I played
That's worse than Silent Hill 4?
Silent Hill 4?
It's sort of like this is something that
Postal 2.
have you played Postal 2? Was that
Yes.
Was that seriously less fun? It was probably more awful.
I was like a tween or whatever, so being able to do wanton violence was novel to me.
So you felt that was I didn't feel Silent Hill 4 was novel. I did maybe for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe for 2 hours. But I didn't enjoy the novelty of it.
No.
It can't be in hindsight. It has to be like actively having less fun.
Postal 2 was quite bad.
Yeah.
Like bad not like this was a distasteful game to me. Like, it's very bad.
Okay.
It is barely functional as a game.
What's the difference between a duck?
Well, you know what? Yeah, Postal gets to exist just for that one joke. What is the difference between a duck? And just that guy's look, just that look of,
Well, he's trying to balance in the chair that doesn't work. The chair doesn't work. He's trying not to fall over.
There is some truly horrendous shit in that movie, and I haven't seen it. I've just seen a bunch of shit from it. But maybe just that, you ever see a scene in a movie that just feels like it's from a different movie,
from a different, better
and you kind of wonder, did the writers of this write this scene for a different movie years ago, and they just had no place to put it, so they shoved it into this movie? Is that what happened with that job interview scene?
I can't imagine Uwe Boll having
Uwe
Boll.
Uwe Boll.
I can't imagine him having a pile of good jokes that wouldn't have fit into any other movie.
No, he's
like, ooh, now I have my chance.
He was the director, not the writer.
Did he not write that?
I don't know.
My understanding is of him is that part of his scam to get tax money out of the German government for being part of an arts program is that that he's doing these projects on his own, basically. I mean, he's hiring a team of people and maybe working with a studio. I don't know, but it seems like the sort of thing where who's writing a Postal 2 movie for him, right? I don't know. Maybe it is. Easy to check.
For the record, Keith, there was only one Postal movie, and we pray to God every day that we would be so blessed as to get a Postal 2.
No, sorry, I consider the Postal movie the true Postal 2.
You're
Postal 1.
I mean, you're actually not wrong, because the sort of madcap, dirty comedy element of Postal didn't show up until Postal 2 in the games. So, the movie kind of is a Postal 2 movie.
He did write it.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
He wrote it with Brian C. Knight. Yeah.
Did I get anything from these? Oh, I did get the odd stone plate, but... So part of the je ne sais quoi, right? It's there's bad. Sonic
there's
06.
There's when something is bad, and I think bad movies are the perfect example of this, where there's something it
entertainingly
reminded
bad.
me of this, because there's bad movies that are famous for being bad that I don't find fun to watch because they're so boring.
Right.
And that's Silent Hill 4. is just very boring. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not fun because it's bad. Like, the fun, it can be both fun and terrible
Right.
at the same time. Like, The Room is a movie that I think has outlived me enjoying it. But at the time,
Sure.
The Room was that for me, where it was not just bad, but also bad in a fun way.
Right.
But the ultimate of that to me, I've brought it up before, is House of the Dead. The House of the Dead movie is the most watchable bad movie I've ever seen.
Really?
It is so much fun to watch, yeah. It's unbelievably good.
Yeah, like, I guess I'd have to go back and look at Postal 2 again. It's definitely...
Disagree.
I mean, I would have to look at it
In this
again
hypothetical.
to make a judgment of, like, is it a worse game than Silent Hill 4? It's at the very least, like, interesting and notable in a way that Silent Hill 4 isn't. Like, you know,
Right.
like, you can talk about how wild and horrible it is.
It is notable for being the most wild and most horrible.
And it at least has, like, an interesting thing. Like, so, if you don't know Postal 2, the thing is, like...
Although, sorry, I just want to say this joke. You have to admit that Silent Hill 4 is the most fourth Silent Hill game. Okay, sorry.
What Postal 2 is, if you don't know, is it is a first-person game from the early 2000s where the point of it is that you're just a normal guy trying to do, like, very normal to-do lists over the course of a week. It's stuff like go to the bank and cash your check or whatever, go to the supermarket and buy eggs or something. But the idea is that, like, everywhere he goes, he encounters, like, like, you know, I think he goes to, like, his bank and maybe, you know, like, maybe the line at the bank is really long, or maybe he tries to go to a place but it's being protested, or he tries to go to the mall but it's crowded because everyone has come to get autographs from Gary Coleman, who's in the game. And the idea is, like, you don't have to do any violence, but if you just can't take it, but there are definitely parts where, like,
Is it? It's Goose Game. It's the Untitled Goose Game.
it's not entirely dissimilar from the Untitled
It is
Goose Game.
Forgive me for using the D&D alignments meme. It is the chaotic evil Goose Game.
Yeah, totally. It really is. Yeah, but that's how it's billed, is like, oh, you don't have to do anything violent, but, you know, it's an option if you want to. But the thing is, they put you in situations where, like, there are parts where, like, people show up with guns and start trying to shoot you, like, because, like, I think it's literally like, oh, God, I didn't remember this till just now. I think, like Islamic terrorists show up and just start, like, killing everybody in a church or something.
So, like, literally the opposite of reality.
Yeah.
Topsy-turvy.
Yeah. And you can definitely use a cat as a silencer.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Hey, what's our objective?
Find somebody who knows about fixing guns. I mean, I guess I'm just supposed to be in the graveyard, but I swear there's nothing in there.
As a recent veteran, we were just in the army. Do we not know a little bit about fixing guns?
Well, like, also, revolver, not the most mechanically complex gun ever.
No. Do you know who I believe invented the mass-produced revolver?
Who do you believe invented the mass-produced
I believe
revolver?
it was Eli Whitney, inventor of the cotton gin.
Ooh,
Yeah, bad guy.
cool.
I think specifically what he invented was, like, the ability to mass produce parts, like the to make them all identical.
Oh, sure.
Um,
Yeah, a big part of like the Industrial Revolution was precision manufacturing.
Yeah.
The ability to make things precisely. Because before, if you were making a machine, you had to custom make all the parts because you couldn't guarantee that. Like, if you just sat there and made the same hose all day, they wouldn't end up perfectly the same, so they wouldn't fit every, whatever device they're meant for. So you'd have
Right.
to custom make every single part of everything individually. And then precision manufacturing allowed people to just make a bunch of the same part. And
beginning of
yeah.
the end.
Yeah, right.
Which became like the beginning of what, of like there being, like a distinction between quote unquote skilled labor and unskilled labor, where like,
Sure. Well, I guess, back hundreds of years ago, there was a difference between somebody who digs ditches and somebody who, like, I don't know, crafts fine furniture.
not really. I mean, yeah, I guess they're like, but it's not. It's on a large scale. It's where
Maybe we could say the gap widened or something. I don't know.
Well, it became. Well, what I'm saying is like I guess you would say the gap widened, but I mean like, well,
Is your thing good?
yeah, it's good.
Okay.
People, first of all, there's no such thing as unskilled labor. It's not true. It's not a real thing.
Yeah, good point.
That's like that it became a thing that was like politically devalued people whose jobs didn't involve
Right,
like
yeah.
learning how to build barrels by hand,
Yeah.
being a hooper, learning how to be a hooper.
Gotta put a hoop. Wait. Cooper? Cooper.
I think it's hooper. I think those are
Hooper.
both something. I think I think both of those things are barrel making, but I believe hoopers.
Hoopers and Coopers.
I don't know. I don't know which is which. I think it's hooper. But we're looking it up.
Looking it up. A cooper is a maker or repairer of casks and barrels.
Oh, is a hooper just the maker of the rings for the barrels?
A hooper is an old-fashioned term for a cooper. So there you go.
Same thing. So. Oh yeah, and so politically devaluing quote unquote unskilled labor.
Right.
Meanwhile, intentionally pumping, over the course of the last 200 years, tens and tens of trillions of dollars into creating the ability to have less skilled labor, like
Right.
creating a society where you don't need skilled labor as they define it, but then also devaluing unskilled labor as they define it.
Right.
And so now
And
everything's
it's just,
terrible.
yeah, it's just crushing everyone down
It's
and down
like,
and down.
Like, hey, if you're not doing all the useful jobs like making shoes and making barrels and making and raising horses and
Then you're
building fences and
there's
building
more.
houses. It's like everything is just already made now by machines. Eliza Sturgis, daughter of William and Sally Sturgis, died April 29th, 1916, age 1 year 9 months.
Now,
Those little rights, a tear, a stone receiver. 'Tis all a father,
A
all a
stone
friend
receive.
can give. What did I say? Receiver?
yeah.
Yeah.
'Tis all a father, all a friend can give.